What's up, world? This is Alexander Playtime Woods of PlayTimeCares.com getting your full NXT recap. NXT exclusively on the WWE Network. This one is NXT 351, August 24th, 2016, Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. Corey Gray, Tom Phillips are your commentator. They started off showing off a montage of all of the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 matches that transpired this Saturday. And then they showed you the results of each of those matches. And then they started off with the first match of two of tonight. It was Ty Dillinger versus Wesley Blake. This match, I tell you straight up, was a good match. It was a 3 out of 5. It was a good match because they both showcased a lot of moves that I've never seen before from either of the competitors. And the crowd really got into the match. You know, they really were behind Ty Dillinger. Shouts of 10, 10, 10, 10 was constantly heard edging him on. And, you know, Blake was getting booed constantly, so the crowd was really into it. They really got behind this match and definitely let you know who they were pulling for in the match. It was back and forth action the entire match. But at the end, Ty Dillinger used the tiebreaker to end the match, and like I said, it was a 3 out of 5. It was a good match. Then they did a recap of Bobby Roode versus CN, you know, Andreas Almas, their match, with Bobby Roode winning that match. And then they showed the interview after the match and pretty much said that CN was step one of him making NXT great. No, not great, glorious, bringing NXT to that next level. And then they revealed that the second match of tonight would be TM61 versus the Author of Pain. And then they gave a shout out to Neck Deep for their song Serpent, which they use as the official theme song of Brooklyn NXT TakeOver 2. Next, they showed the No Way Jose versus Austin Aries Brooklyn TakeOver 2 match. That one was won by Austin Aries. Then, of course, Austin Aries went crazy and started attacking No Way Jose more. So Hideo Itami came out and he attacked Austin Aries and then gave him the go to sleep with the crowd chanting GTS. They showed the interview with Austin Aries after the fact, and of course he was upset. And he said he's tired of everybody trying to, you know, get in his face and trying to make a name off of him, and you know, make a name off of him at his expense, essentially. And he said that he gonna get Hideo back, and he said that he's gonna just go ahead and injure him in his career. Then they did a Bayley versus Asuka recap match, and of course, Asuka won that one as well. She pretty much knocked Bayley out. And they interviewed Bayley. But before they interviewed Bayley, they did kind of a montage of all of her, essentially her NXT journey. And then they interviewed Bayley afterwards. And she said that she was prepared this time. She just came up short. She thought she had the home court advantage since that's what she won a championship against Sasha Banks the previous year. Ember Moon stops her from doing the interview and said, look, you put Asuka, you pushed her to the limit. You need to be proud of yourself. You're an inspiration. I'm inspired by you. That's why I came to NXT. And Bayley said that, you know, of course, thank you. And said that she saw that Ember Moon did pretty well herself in her match and her victory at Brooklyn NXT TakeOver 2. And that she hoped that they have an NXT match together. And then, of course, they ended that off by letting you know that Bayley made her Raw debut that Monday. So she got signed to Raw. She went up to the main roster. And then they gave a shout out to Banks and Steels for their song Giant that they used for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. Now you have Gargano and Ciampa versus the Revival Brooklyn TakeOver 2 match recap, with of course the Revival winning that one. And they interviewed the Revival afterwards and they said, look, whoa, why do we always have to prove that we're not lying? You know, we're the best in the universe. We're the best tag team in the universe. We ran through everything everybody in this NXT roster start calling people off of other rosters. They called out Gallows and Anderson. They called out the Usos. You know, they called out a whole bunch of tag teams. Bring them down here so we can whoop them and just continue to prove that we are the best and that we're unstoppable. So then they did a recap of Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe Brooklyn match. And they recapped that one. And Shinsuke actually won the title with that one. And then they let you know that Shinsuke was going to speak next week about winning the title and whatnot. And they was hinting that Samoa Joe might have something to say about it, but then they pulled up Samoa Joe's Twitter account, and Samoa Joe said that he had a dislocated jaw that got relocated back in place, and he just looking to be cleared soon so he can get back in action. So, you know, hopefully that's a speedy recovery for Samoa Joe. And then they showed Paul Ellering giving instructions to the Authors of Pain before they went out for their match. Sanity cut another promo. I'm getting interested. If it's anything like Ember Moon did a really good job at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. So if Sanity come and make an impact like Ember Moon did, male or female, I don't know if it's a male or female yet. They haven't revealed that. Well, hey, good for them. Looking forward to Sanity. They gave a shout out to Of Mice and Men for their song Relentless, another one soundtrack that was used exclusively for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. And then you had your second and final match, TM61 versus Author of Pain. And I would tell you right now, 3 out of 5, both teams put on a show. Why did they put on a show? Because this wasn't ultimately just one-sided affair. They actually allowed TM61 to showcase that, look, we are a good tag team and these guys are human. And I mean, it was a really, really good showing from both groups. Both teams did a lot of tag team tandem moves, which I love. If you're gonna have a tag team match, show y'all working as a unit to accomplish a goal. And it was surprisingly a lot of near falls with TM61. And it's the first time you actually saw Paul Ellering kind of seem concerned, if you will. You know, he didn't really have a real cause of concern on his face, but you did see him kind of rubbing his hands a little bit more than usual. The Authors of Pain, they picked up the win. They did that cool little pickup powerbomb maneuver where they clanked both of competitors' spine together, then powerbomb them. Then they picked up one of the TM61, put him in the side Russian leg sweep, and did a full clothesline, bouncing off the rope, full clothesline, tag team tandem, put away. And like I said, that match was a 3 out of 5. Subscribe to PlayTimeCares.com. I do more than just wrestling recaps. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Find me on all social media. It's always Playtime Cares. Playtime out. Subscribe to PlayTimeCares.com. I do more than just wrestling recaps. Follow my YouTube channel and find me on social media. It's always Playtime Cares.